Welcome to Dylan Wavy. In this video, I'll be making bread. Alrighty, so what you will need is 8 cups of flour. I can do these. In a mixing bowl, of course. Two. 3, 4, and this makes a lot of bread, so you can cut it in half if you want. 4. Next, you'll need 16 tablespoons TSP, of course, of baking powder, and you don't have to make like a whole bunch. I am this time because my family liked it so much and it was gone within like a day. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, you need 16 TSPs of sugar. So tablespoons again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then all you will need left is 3 tablespoons TSPs of salt. And then once you get that together, you will mix it. One, 2.5, because a lot spilled over. Then let's just do that. And say that was 3, because a lot spilled over. And then you'll mix it. I have a KitchenAid, so I'm mixing it with this first, because there's wet ingredients after that I have a dough hook for. It's not that doughy, but it still is. So if I can get that set up. There. Then you mix it. Till it's all mixed in. Which in the meantime, I'll preheat the oven to 430. Again, preheat the oven to 430. 430 degrees. Alrighty. The oven's on preheat to 430 degrees. And if you're doing this during the summer, make sure you turn on your exhaust fan. And then I think it's all mixed in. just to be safe, take your spatula and just mix it in a little bit more. And it should look like this once you're done mixing it, of course. Then now, time for the wet ingredient. Alrighty, for this you're gonna for the wet ingredients, make a dent in the middle. I do not know why, but it said to. And this is no yeast. No yeast bread. Right there. That's a dent. Oh, and I just filled it back in a little bit. But hey, next you will need a ½ cup of oil. I use vegetable oil. I don't know if you can use any other type. There's a ½ cup of vegetable oil. Next you will need 4½ cups of milk. And yes, they said this is like your basic muffin recipe. So there's a half, 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost track already. 1, 2, 4 times. That's 2, 3. 3.5. Let's just say that's 4.5. So I lost track. Alright, next you'll put it back on a mixer, of course. Next, if you have a dough hook and actually KitchenAid, put the dough hook on now. And then just mix it till it's mixed thoroughly, or until it is thick enough that you can still stir it. Now while this is mixing, then you'll go like this, clean off the hook if you were using a KitchenAid mixer, of course. And then I still need to mix it up a little bit more. I'll use my spatula since it's already a little bit thick. Then of course it looks so good, my friend wanted some, so I have to make her one. But I'm just going to use the same batter. Alrighty. Then once mixed, it should look like this. It's sticky, but it's still stirrable. Alrighty, once you got that done, you need a pan like this, or a bread pan, which we have one, but it burns on the bottom, so this works a lot better. You put parchment paper in, of course. Fold the edges so it goes in a lot easier. And then because I folded it, I flip it to the other side. Here, like that. Alrighty. Then you just spoon the stuff in as much as you need for the first loaf. Then of course you flatten it, and you do not need to let this rise apparently. I mean, you can try it, but I haven't, and I don't want to. I mean, I do, but hey, it's whatever. And try to get it flat so you can add a little bit more in. Yes, I know it's a little bit sticky. Alright, that looks a bit better. And I can add just a little bit more in. To that side, and add just a side more to this side. It can come off. Alright. That should be enough for the first piece of bread. Alright, then after you put foil on the top, tent it over, of course, and of course you want to smooth it out again if you add more. And yes, and I'll get a lot of criticism from any baking people that watch this. Alright. Then of course put foil on top, and then you will bake 30 minutes with foil. Take the foil off and bake an extra 20 minutes, then take out, let cool for 5, and take it out of the thing, and then enjoy. And that's how you make bread. Alright, I forgot to say something. Once it is done on the 430 degrees at 30 minutes with the foil on, take the foil off to 390 degrees for 20 minutes.